Hello everyone, this is Indrajit Ganguly and welcome back to your history class in the virtual platform. Dear students, today I am continuing with my previous day's topic, that is chapter number 4 from NCERT, the Central Islamic Land. Dear students, I hope you remember that last day I was discussing about the contribution of an Arabian trader, Hazrat Muhammad, who started a new religion in the Arabian Peninsula and had unified most of the Arabia under a single religion. That's why over 1.8 billion Muslims in the world, they profess that there is no God but Allah and Hazrat Muhammad is his prophet. But now the question arises, what was happened after the death of Hazrat Muhammad? So let's find out about this interesting story into our new topic, that is topic number 2 from the Central Islamic Land, the Caliphate, expansion, civil wars and sect formation. Now students, remember that Hazrat Muhammad was died in the year 632 CE. Afterwards, no one could legitimately claim to be the next prophet of Islam, because as you all know that Hazrat Muhammad claimed himself as the prophet because he was the Rasul and he said that he was the messenger of God. So Hazrat Muhammad is one and only the messenger of God. So afterwards, his political authority was transferred to the Ummah. I hope you know that Hazrat Muhammad founded a believers of community. They were known as Ummah, correct? With no established principle of succession. As of this, because Hazrat Muhammad could not appointed his successor. So that's why after his death, a bit of confusion has been raised in the Islamic kingdom. The biggest innovation was the creation of the institution of Caliphate, in which the leader of the Muslim community became the Khalifa or the deputy of the Prophet Muhammad. Now students, please remember these things. There will be one and only prophet, that is messenger of God, and that is only Hazrat Muhammad. So no one can be the second prophet. But now an institution has been created into the Islamic world and it is known as Caliphate. And in Arabic word, the spiritual leader of all the Muslims community, they are known as Khalifa. The meaning of the Khalifa is deputy of the Prophet Muhammad. Clear? The main objectives of the Caliphate are, they retained control over the tribes. They raised resources for the state, and the most importantly, they must spread Islam. Some of the elder Muslim leaders from Medina selected the father-in-law of Hazrat Muhammad, that is Abu Bakr, as the first Khalifa to the Muslim world. He suppressed revolts by series of campaigns. After his death, second Khalifa Umar I took the policy of expansion of power. After the fall of Byzantine Empire and Iranian Sasanian Empire, I hope you are already familiar with this name. Byzantine Empire, that means the Roman Empire, and Iranian Sasanian Empire, I hope you know that both are contemporary of each other, and by the 7th century, both these empires have declined with time. So after the fall of these two important empires, these made easier for the Arabs to annex territories through wars and treaties. Clear? Now, the third Khalifa, Uthman, you can pronounce it also as Osman. Okay, you can say it Uthman or you can say it Osman. Both are same. So third Khalifa, Uthman, extended the Muslim control to Central Asia. He established centralized administration, but during his time, by 650 CE, rebellions had broken out in the provinces of Egypt and Iraq. This led to the assassination of Uthman. After his death, open religious and political conflicts started within the Islamic community. After the Uthman, the cousin and son-in-law of Prophet Muhammad, Hazrat Ali nominated as the fourth Khalifa. So remember students, Ali was the son-in-law and cousin of Prophet Muhammad. His wife was Fatima, and among most of the sons and daughters, his two important sons was Hassan and Hussein. So please remember the name Hassan and Hussein, it is very important. I will tell you the story of Hassan and Hussein later. But the thing is that many of elder Muslim leaders from Medina, they never accepted Ali to the throne. And therefore, two groups had been created. One group is known as the supporter of Ali, and other groups, they are called the enemies of Ali. Ali established himself at Kufa, which is in present-day Iraq, and defeated an army led by Muhammad's widow Aisha. Remember students, Aisha is not the mother of Fatima. So Aisha is not the mother-in-law of Ali. Aisha is another wife of Hazrat Muhammad. So he defeated an army led by Muhammad's widow Aisha in the Battle of Camel in 657 CE. So you can understand that a conflict has been started among the family members of Hazrat Muhammad. So you can understand what type of confusions are there and what type of people are thinking about to capture the throne of the Islamic kingdom. But the next thing is that Ali had failed to punish the murderers of Uthman. So as you all know that Uthman was assassinated, and large number of Muslim people, large number of elder leaders from Medina, they believe that Ali will definitely find out the murderers of Uthman and he will punish them. But Ali failed to do so. So his cousin Muawiyah, who was a governor of Syria, suspected him of involvement in the murder. So you can understand that large number of confusion has been generated, has been gaining ground into the Islamic kingdom. After the second battle at Siffin, the Muslim community split into two groups. Some remained loyal to Ali and some became Kharjis. So Kharjis means they became enemies of Ali and enemy to the family members of Ali. Soon after, Ali was murdered by a Kharji at Kufa. It was a story that Ali was praying at mosque, and during this time he was assassinated by a Kharji in the mosque at Kufa. After this incident, Islam community had been divided into two groups. One group is known as Shia, another group is called Sunni. Students, please remember these names. So after the incident, after the murder of Ali, after the assassination of Ali, Islam split into two sects, or we can say two groups. One is Shia, another one is Sunni. Now the question is, who are called Shia and who are called Sunni? Correct. Shia is basically the supporters of Ali, or we can say that the bloodline of Hazrat Muhammad belong to the Shia community, and the enemies or opponent of Ali, they are known as Sunni. So remember students, Muawiyah was actually a Sunni. Muawiyah does not belong to Shia community, right? And after the assassination of Ali, it was believed after the assassination of Ali, the political succession of Hazrat Muhammad, that is political succession of Ali, was transferred to his son Hussein. So Hussein became the political successor of Ali, and Hussein was the grandson of Hazrat Muhammad. But meanwhile, Muawiyah, who was a cousin of Uthman, he also declared himself as the Khalifa. But remember students, Muawiyah was not belong to the family of Hazrat Muhammad, so he was a Sunni, but he disobeyed Hussein and he declared himself as the Khalifa. Later on, he established Umayyad dynasty, that will be discussed in my next video. So the assassination of Ali caused series of tension and conflicts into the Islamic kingdom. The enemies of Ali, they are desperate to eliminate the followers, supporters and family members of Ali at any cost. It was believed that Hassan, who was son of Ali and Fatima, was poisoned by his wife, and the political successor of Ali, Imam Hussein, and his family members and all the supporters were killed in the Battle of Karbala in 680 CE. This incident was the most tragic event in the history of Islam, and the death anniversary of Imam Hussein is called Asura, and it was observed by the Shia Muslims all over the world as Muharram. So remember students, Muharram is not observed by both the Shia and Sunni community, but Muharram is the festival. Muharram is the event of sorrow. Muharram is the event of pain, and Muharram is the event of sacrifice. And it was basically observed by the Shia Muslims, and basically on all the Sunni Muslims, they observe fasting in that day. But as we all know that from the Muharram is the first month of the Islamic calendar. Muharram is the first month in the Hijri era. So that's why every Muslim, they observed some celebration in this month. But actually Muharram is the event of sorrow, and it is the event of pain, and Imam Hussein was considered as the greatest martyr in the history of Islam. So anyway students, this is it from this video. In my next video I will discuss with you that how Muawiyah, who was not belong to the bloodline of Hazrat Muhammad, who established Umayyad dynasty, and the first Sunni Caliphate was established in the Arabian Peninsula, and how did they control the Islamic community. That will be discussed in my next videos. Thank you and have a nice day.